Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and iOS 18.5 has been out surprisingly for a little over 2 months. This has been the only public update. We haven't had any updates since then released to the public. All the other updates were in the form of beta. But as per usual, I'm going to give you the overall experience of iOS 18.5, where I talk about my battery life, battery health, and performance, as well as share the Geekbench score during the video as well. Now, as far as my performance running iOS 18.5, if we go into Apple Podcast here, we wait for it to load, do some scrolling here. It loads up as it should. Even 2 months later, iOS 18.5 still performs exceptionally well. We do some scrolling on the app library. 60 hertz does scroll pretty great with this device. Now, as far as my overall battery running iOS 18.5, if I go into settings, go into battery health and charging, my battery has not dropped. It's still at 81%. And that's because I've had this iPhone 12 for 3 years. And now let's check the screen on time. I've been using this iPhone for 5 hours, 11 minutes. Although it did not calculate that incorrectly, as I have been up for a couple of hours using this device. 5 hours, 11 minutes screen on time, 9 minutes screen off time. Now we take a look at yesterday. I had 11 hours, 21 minutes screen on time, and 34 minutes of screen off time. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the iPad. Battery health on the iPad, if we go into it here, or my battery life rather, I had 2 hours, 12 minutes screen on time, and 2 minutes screen off time. And yesterday, 8 hours, 1 minute screen on time, and 6 minutes of screen off time. Now let's test some performance with the iPad. This is the iPad Air 4th generation. And it's also running iPadOS 18.5. And it does perform pretty great. Now I'm going to go ahead and run a Geekbench score. Geekbench completed. And on my iPhone, we scored 2,054 for single core, 4,697 for multi-core. If I take a look at last week's result, we scored 2012 for single core, 4079 for multi-core. On my iPad, I scored 2094 for single core, 5070 for multi-core. And looking at last week, we scored 2094 single core, 5060 for multi-core. As far as what's next from Apple, well, I believe it's pretty obvious at this point. We were expecting it last week. We didn't get it, however, but we now have confirmed information, I believe, from Mark Gurman stating that on July 23rd, we can get the iOS 26 public beta. However, also on July 21st, we're going to get iOS 26 Beta 4. I don't think Apple is going to re-release Beta 4 because it's 2 days apart from the public beta. Usually when the public beta comes out, it's a week after Beta 3 and they re-release Beta 3 to developers. I don't think Apple's going to do that this time, however, because we're only 2 days after Beta 4. So I would expect public Beta 1 on Wednesday, July 23rd. Then also on Tuesday, July 22nd, is when I would expect either two things: iOS 18.6 Beta 4, and if we get Beta 4, then don't expect the RC till the 28th with the final release on August 4th. However, if we get iOS 18.6 RC on Tuesday, then I would expect a final release on July 28th, 2025. So it is a busy week with 3 software updates to expect: iOS 26 Beta 4, the public beta, and either iOS 18.6 RC or potentially Beta 4. One of those updates we could see. We're mainly going to see all 3 of those, I suppose, next week. And I will keep you guys up to date with the latest updates. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are getting close to 300 subscribers on this channel. And really quickly, I am going to check my second channel, which is Hawkins Tech Vlogs. I know I don't post on there much, but tomorrow I will have another day in the life video coming out. It is going to be for the Samsung Galaxy A15. That's going to be in tomorrow's video for this channel. So we are 1 subscriber away from 10 subscribers on Hawkins Tech Vlogs, and we currently have 264 subscribers on my main channel, Hawkins Tech. So we're getting close to 300 subscribers. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I'll see you guys later.